the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. Also on YouTube. Also on TikTok. Should I say the name of the channels? My TikTok is XisumaTT. Can you guess what the TT stands for? And my YouTube is xisumavoid. Can you guess what the void stands for? Jeez, the void in my soul. What? Anyway, not fully set up here. Not quite fully set up. Also, check in something. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right. Windows, stop doing weird things. Right, I should be good to go now. Oh, I forgot to send out my tweets. And chat's on the screen. There we go, all set up. To Can of Heaven, thank you for the bananas in the chat. The Weirdo Oofies, thank you for the banana. Probably butchered that name. And welcome to everyone tuning in. Right, as you can see, we've got the wood farm running here, so I'm just going to sit and chat for a second. I got a hot cup of tea, and it's probably a little too hot for drinking right now. But we'll try, we'll try. Oh, it warms my hands up. God, I love holding a hot cup of tea. Anna Panren, go to bed! Don't put this on me! Jeez, have some discipline. 2 AM at a party campfire watching. Enjoy the campfire, dude. What are these decisions? I'm telling people to stop watching immediately. You know it's me. Felinity asks, how do I feel about shipping in a non-romantic way? I'm just not into any of that. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about when we talk about shipping, but all of that Tumblr. Oh wait, hang on. I haven't got the game selected. I'm trying to control the game, and it's like, well, there's nothing happening. Here we go. All of that kind of like Tumblr, gender bending, relationship stuff. It just doesn't compute for me. It's like this doesn't mean anything to me. So I don't really pay attention to it. If it's your thing, if you want to, you know, make stuff like that, that's you. I've said it before. When I see fan art and stuff, there's like I can see people putting themselves into the fan art that they're creating, right? That's totally fine. That's a wonderful thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just like I'm gonna vibe with stuff that appeals to the things that I like more. It's like, draw me with a guitar, and I'm gonna love it, obviously, right? Why am I not the creaking? Why am I not the creaking today? What's going on? I think I know why. Let's get the regular skin back. But if you do. That's called a self-insert, says Enders 1A. Oh, interesting. I've not heard that term before. Oh, god damn it, now I have to draw you with a guitar. No. You do you. You do whatever it is you want to draw, right? It doesn't mean I'm required to approve of it or whatever, right? And shipping, which I vaguely understanding, that area, mostly stuff that's on Tumblr, I don't like it. I don't look at it. You do you. If it's what you want to draw, go for it. It's not my thing. You know, is what I'm saying. So people put themselves into it. So you like take this Xisuma character and then you do a bunch of stuff with it, with the fan art and all that. Dude, whew, this thing stocks up so quick. This farm's been running for like less than an hour and it's full again. Wow. That is crazy. I'm going to draw me drawing a picture of Xisuma, says Blooming Cow. That I love. That is a cool idea. Oh my god. I'm just going to sit here and drink a bit of this. Is that okay? Gibbon, I don't have any plans to do more admin videos at the moment. You're going to have to listen to me slurp at the beginning of this stream, I'm sorry. Just Beck, thank you for the lovely message. I appreciate that. Thanks for saying it. What kind of tea? I think it was an everyday. I just picked up a bag without thinking about it much. That's temporary. Today, what we're going to do is the logs in sort of this section here. I've started to figure out what we're going to build in that corner. This thing is like becoming really close to being done. Oh yeah, we might do a little something with this today. Why is that so full? Is that because it's actually working properly? There's some redstone back here. And the way I made it, I never see the silo fill all the way up. Something I was thinking about doing with the redstone was extending this stuff, right? I think it's doable. I think it's possible to just run separated lines of redstone. Might be a bit tricky to maneuver it, but this structure here, I think I want to put that silo reading over here now. We're also going to have like a little waiting room somewhere around here, but we'll see where the day takes us, you know. Villain, he says like a fan-made character. I guess what I'm saying is like, I know who I am. Oh, I didn't read logs, so the skin. And I'll see people draw me, but like you can't draw me, right? You can't draw Xisuma. You draw like an idea of, and that idea of often focuses on like certain aspects, and sometimes those aspects are more the person drawing it than I would consider me, right? What you were talking about, fan art, is headcanon, while a self-insert is making your own character to insert into a Hermitcraft or other media. Oh, okay, I don't know then. Smoky Phoenix says, X, I'm finally a part of your Patreon after a year of watching your streams, etc., so I can finally be on your LPM server. Can't wait. Well, dude, new season starting Saturday, so 6 days to go, man. I hope you enjoy it. It's so much more fun to draw faceless people because you don't have restrictions. Well, maybe, you know, like if you... Maybe those restrictions are a bit self-imposed. If you know what someone looks like, doesn't mean you can't give them a different face, right? I'm not saying that to sound clever. I think that's quite true. Like you can draw what you want, right? Like that's one of the beautiful things about being creative, is that you get to create what you want, and you can put rules on that, or you can ignore the rules, or maybe the rules don't exist. I'm not sure which one it is. Twitter is a little cray-cray. I think most online is a little cray-cray. I'm on Blue Sky as well as Twitter, right? Blue Sky feels that I haven't gotten as deep into Blue Sky. I mean, not that I go deep on Twitter, I've just had more experience over time on Twitter, right? Blue Sky is the same as Twitter. I open it up and there's someone posting some outrageous statement about the other side, you know, and how ridiculous they are. And it's just like, this is the problem. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I was thinking though, like, why does Blue Sky put that in front of me? Because I've barely used it, and I don't really like browse much. I just tend to look at like the first things that pop up when I open it to send out a tweet. Do we? What do we do on Blue Sky? Do we tweet? Sure. That's the point of Blue Sky, but you don't give Elon money. Yeah, that's a good reason to use Blue Sky, I guess. Blue Sky feels less angry, but then again, it might just be in the bubble I'm in. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, I'm aware of the bubble stuff, right? But I'm just going in as like, I feel like I'm a fresh user there, and the first stuff it surfaced for me was like this confrontational, you know, saying stuff about the other side tweets. And I was just like, oh, it's just like Twitter. And I haven't seen anything since, but it, you know, maybe it just thinks, oh, that works, and keeps throwing that in front of me. Who knows? Anger and rage does numbers. So true. Very sad, but very true. Sad but true. Bum bum. Da 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 da. Bum bum. Vanhar 21. Thank you for 87 months, my dude. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Stream. Ugh. Gosh. Words, they're so difficult. We got this one, by the way. Oh my god, I missed a block. Tragedy. Tragedy. When the feeling's gone and something's wrong. I don't know the lyrics. Is that an ABBA song? Because that S Club covered it. Well, what's up with this little bit here? Dang. Where'd the purple bit go? How am I going to do such an epic maneuver if I don't know where it is? I've spotted it. It's not going to be epic. No, it's going to be epic. I did it. Woo! Okay. That wasn't that impressive, I'll admit. Yeah, thank you again, Van Har. Appreciate it, my dude. All social media has its toxic side, says Badrianar. That's true. I think my conclusion as of late has just, you know, we've been conducting this experiment on ourselves for the last 10 years, and I'm really starting to think that social media is a... Let's not... Yeah, I think I can say it's a net negative. I'm not saying there's a positives about it, but it's negative. Oh, Steps covered it. Yeah, Steps and S Club. I wonder why I can't tell the difference between those two. You might want to go on and search a bunch of stuff, like follow accounts to help with your algorithm, your feed. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but the thing I should be doing is just not going on it at all, really. Yeah, if I just don't go on it at all, that's probably the better option, right? So Wiz-a-lot, thank you for the Prime and 12 months of support. Appreciate it. Peeps, I think Loglands might just be like end up being one of my most favorite projects ever. Can y'all think of... Let's think, right? Season 7 has that kind of like large scale feeling to it. The base work that we did there. It was actually planned to be a lot bigger, but I kind of realized I bit off more than I can chew. When have I done, like, season 8 was a short season. That had some pretty big scale building stuff going on with the village and whatnot. But when have I done like anything like this? Just this big crazy tangle of builds. I don't feel like I've done that before. And as we get closer to, dare I say it, finishing the underside of Loglands, it's starting to really feel quite remarkable over here now. Hey, Cybot in chat, Season 5. Okay, yeah, you know, yes, no, you're right. Season 5 had the underside. Actually, this all of a sudden echoes of Season 5. Like, this is our mountain. The log is our mountain. And on Season 5, we built quite a lot of intricate stuff that connected together. Farms, storage systems, big farm down at the middle with a Johnny villager. And then on the outside, there were going to be all these biomes. And unfortunately, I never finished the outside. I think, had I finished it, that could have easily been a candidate for, like, one of the better bases. If you're wondering why I'm using mostly spruce down here, it's just because it's a resource saver, I think. Always have to think a little bit as I place these blocks. You managed to mistake a log for a magma cube. Okay. They're quite different, aren't they? You're gonna go eat cheese again. Good for you. Good for you. I've been ordering chili con carne from a local restaurant, which I order from like quite regularly, and their chili con carne is so good. But yeah, throw some cheese on it. Oh, delicious. Which season was the desert temple with the wastelands? That was season 2. That's a special season right there. Because season 2 I became... Actually, I think I became a full-timer in season 1. But like, season 2 just kind of like felt like this is the time to do it. A Minecraft Let's Play, you know. Go all in. Back then, that was a long time ago, you know. It was a long time ago. It was a different scene. Different vibe. I want to keep the dark oak stuff on here as well. Who's grumbling and growling? I hear you. I hear you. I'm always shuffling this hotbar around. It's like I just need like 1 or 2 more items than I actually have. What I should probably do... I technically don't need my pick right now. So if I did that, you've got 2 weapons. Then we've got these materials. And I occasionally need torches and resin. Now I've got 1 spare. The thing with the resin is that you can punch it. You don't need a pick to mine it. So right now, kind of don't need a pickaxe. Feels a little bit precarious to not have a pickaxe, I'll admit. So we'll do that. Has anyone been storing dirt coins to have him do a face reveal, says Daredevil? If you are, I mean, I'm not going to honour the deal. Jeez. It's clearly a joke, isn't it? Or is it? Maybe that's what I want you to think. Oh. Why did I break that? Of course it's like that. That's how that works. Hang on, I need to go down a little bit again. Block of resin, block of beans. They look like baked beans, don't they? Weren't we calling raw copper baked beans? Oh look, I do need a pick. I need to do this. I recall calling raw copper baked beans. Oh, that's dark oak there, okay. No raisins, only beans. Fair enough, fair enough. You can't trade those dirt coins, right? You can't transfer them to someone else. Imagine if Twitch introduced that. I'll be in trouble. Yo, Unix mate, I didn't see it on the screen, but thank you so much for using the Amazon Prime, my dude. Appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Nope, you can't use it other than predictions, and that's gambling. And gambling is bad, people, even with fake money. Yeah, I'm not a gambler. Some of you are probably aware of. Although, would I gamble with my Minecraft diamonds? Because they were playing poker yesterday, weren't they? I think I would. It's just Minecraft. It's not that big a deal, right? I'll just use it to highlight this message, says Jewel Palm. Thing with that is I don't see highlighted messages in chat. That's something you see on Twitch chat. That depends. Are you good at poker? Or what are you suggesting? That it wouldn't be gambling, it would be throwing my money away? I can't claim to be good. I know Skiz is quite the poker player. You know, listening to the old Imp and Skiz podcasts. They talk about that from time to time. Okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. I don't recall actually picking up any more of this after I used the farm, which is kind of stupid. Because this was the next destination. Bean infection, bean everywhere. Yeah, there's lots of baked beans, that's for sure. A rather useless poll for you. Which season do you like the most? All of them, of course, came first. The long ones, the recent ones, the older ones, the short ones. That is... not very insightful. I mean, it had potential, but... you know. All of them kind of takes the biscuit. Oh yeah, this one always occasionally produces a few of those. Don't know why. I have a friend that's addicted to gambling and recently lost his entire paycheck for the month. Gambling is so bad. Yeah, that is rough. That is rough. I have such a different perception of like how I see money. I guess when I was young, I was pretty careless with money, but like I never gambled or got in debt or anything like that. In fact, I had a few friends that made like poor financial decisions, and that was quite instructive of like, well, I'm not going to do that. That's clearly bad, you know. Like friends using credit systems and stuff to buy things they couldn't really afford. So I was smart enough to be like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Never gambled. I had friends that would gamble. Just thought it was silly. But I was never smart with money until I started saving. I lost my job. A job that I had. And then I got this like final paycheck. And I was all ready to go out and spend it. But then as soon as like I got the number, like here's your final paycheck, something clicked in my head and I was like, This is actually all the money that I have for a while. And that was like a teaching moment, I guess you could say. Because from then on, I just something changed and I looked at money different. I kind of knew it at the time as well, and it was from that point onwards. Whenever I got other work in, I just saved. I just stopped spending as much money and started saving. And that was like that's something I think the quicker you learn to save money, the better. Because if you're going to spend everything that comes in, you're not really going to start like building up savings and stuff, which you're going to need in life. You're going to need to progress. I'm not gonna comment on like individually. Like I know some people are in tough positions where it's difficult to save even though you're doing the right thing. I'm speaking more to if you're in a position where maybe you're young, got like your first job, disposable income, you're just having fun, whatever. Like that is when it's actually a really good time to learn about saving and to start doing that kind of thing. For me, it was quite a few years later than I probably should have started saving. But yeah, ever since that moment, I just something clicked in my mind, and I just looked at money different. Money wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna spend it and like treat myself, and it just became like a thing where it made sense to not spend more money than was necessary, and yeah, just save up everything else that I could, I guess. And that turned out to be quite helpful, because I was able to move out and get my own place after that. But yeah, it's weird. I live by the phrase, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves, says Headset Hobo. Me too, I love that saying. I love that saying so much. Gambling seems to be so normalized though. Betting ads everywhere, loot crates, crypto speculation, says NFS Crips. It does seem a bit more, I don't know, like I've always felt like that. Like I go to football, and in football culture, you see a lot of gambling ads everywhere. Like, there's, I think, oh, even like just stuff like Ladbrokes down at the local shops. Like, here in the UK, there's a lot of normalized gambling, I think. I don't think it's a recent phenomena. I just think there's new things that come along, right, that take advantage of that kind of psychology. See, it's all about like this kind of like get rich quick idea. And I don't think in life you should be looking for a get rich quick scheme. Do some people find one and it works? Yeah, of course they do. How common is that? Really uncommon, you know? Wait, you into football, says Addox. Yeah, I love sports. I always enjoy some sports. There's no shortcuts in life, says Mia. Exactly, yeah, there's no shortcuts. So, like, having a mindset. Here's the thing, like, if you're like thinking, you know, maybe you go out on the weekend and spend all your money or something. You know, you're young, you got your first job or whatever, and you're living like that. I can understand how unappealing it sounds to hear someone be like, "Oh, save your paycheck." You're like, "No, I want to go out and have fun." Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. It's just that at some point, to get where you want to go, you have to start like saving and investing and whatnot. And the sooner you start, the better. It's always just the way it is. And like we were saying, there's no shortcuts, right? There's no easy paths. It's basically something you got to do. And at some point you'll realize it. You know, as you get older, you're gonna have more responsibilities. Gonna want to get your own place, and then you have to start figuring this stuff out. And it's everyone will tell you, I wish I'd started sooner, you know? That's just how it goes. I feel like this bit here we're probably gonna like cover up a bit. That being said, I don't know how much by. Maybe to about here. Let's like bring some spruce down there. Yo, we got Ends 1A here with a subscription. Thank you so much. Also, Brooksy96 here for 82 months. That is incredible. Thank you so much. I hope that both of you are enjoying the stream. It's a nice, chilled Sunday morning. Were you ever burned out of Minecraft? Like, were you ever thinking about dropping out Hermitcraft, says Avery Duck? Season 3 was a pretty rough patch. Like, the second half of that season, there'd been no Minecraft updates for a long time, and people were having success with different games. It was a moment that genuinely felt like, you know, this Minecraft thing, it was good for a few years. That's probably it. It genuinely felt like it. However, there were a bunch of us playing on Hermitcraft that still loved it. You know, Fulsome Mumbo, for example. Tango, Impulse. Like, there are a good group of us that are still around today that were playing that season. And, fortunately, look, we, like, weathered the storm. Stuck around, and Minecraft bounced back, eventually. So it turned out to not be so bad. But that was a bit of, like a Minecraft winter, if you like. That was a rough season. Season 5, we were all really like isolated and separated from one another, which became a bit tricky the more the season went on. And then after that, not really. I took a break in season 9, and where I'm currently at, like, I think I finally shifted to this mindset of like not trying to get an episode out constantly. I've got a feeling there's bad things up there. I can hear them, that's why. I can hear you jangling your bones. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. I think what I'm going to do here is just put down a torch, and then... Or I could just fill in this space, actually. Just do this. I think I might do it that way. Are we being raided? We are. Rustin Plays. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Just having a chill little chat here. I don't even go out and buy since there's kidnappings. Yikes. That is wild. Yeah, I've been fortunate to, you know, live in a place where you don't really fear things like that. But yeah, life is very different depending on which part of the world you're from. Why are there zeros on the resin blocks and other blocks? We're highlighting the light levels because we're kind of... I kind of don't actually need it at this moment, really. I could turn it off. But we're working on loglands, and one of the things is to make sure that nothing spawns here, I guess. Let's get back up there. Ow! Ugh. Landed. This feels... Oh yeah, it is really close to where we're doing that. So we're probably going to need to set up some of this again. Anyway, my advice, if you're young, if you can, so like financial advice, let's call it. Though, by the way, this isn't financial advice. Don't you have to always say that? You know, like learn to be smart with money, learn to budget, learn to spend less. And when I say that, I'm not talking about like not treating yourself or not doing things you want to. It's just about like not getting caught out by things you don't really need. You know, paying attention to where you spend your money and how you do it. Like maybe you enjoy going out and eating a lot, right? And if you were to like budget and sort of look at how much money you spend on eating out, you might be like, whoa, this is where a lot of money's disappearing to. And then you realize that, hey, maybe I should prep a meal a couple times a week and save a little bit here. You know, it's making decisions like that and taking control of the situation that you're in. That's a really important thing to do. Gives you a little bit more flexibility. But then, you know, when you start saving up, I think there's a lot of ideas and pressure in society that money is about, like, you know, being wealthy and having fancy things. I don't take pleasure in having you know, like I've spent a fair bit of money on guitars and stuff like that, but this is something that I actively play. I actively play all my guitars. It brings me an immense amount of pleasure, and I enjoy it ever so much. Like it's it's a sound thing to do, I think, because that's, you know, we're all looking for a bit of meaning in life, and for me, I know it comes from making music and stuff. So I've got my guitars, I've spent a little bit there, but when it comes to other stuff like a car, for example, I'm not into cars, which helps, but like I look at it like this is a utility. It gets me from A to B, so I don't need to splash out on getting a big fancy car and souping it up or anything like that. So that's a place where I can save money, you know. Spend as little on it as possible is kind of the idea. So I think it's quite easy just to see glamorous stuff, glamorous lifestyles, and think like, oh, I want that. But if you're a little more in touch with yourself and what you're really about, like let's say you're an artist, okay, you love drawing, right? Maybe you spend a bit of money here and there on stuff that you think's fancy or whatever, but like if you wrote down like what are the core essential things I want, you might learn that it's like, hey, I just need paper and a pen, you know? Like, I get so much out of this. So you're like, you try and be smart and shift, you know, if you're going to spend money, shift it to where it really makes sense. And that takes a little bit of like looking inside yourself and figuring out who you are and stuff as well. But the trappings is just, you know, I had a friend who would just spend their paycheck the second they got it. One time they brought like these really expensive headphones, and they were like showing them off. They're like, yeah, got 3D surround and all of this, and I was like, but you know, what would you listen to on it? And they're like, my MP3 player, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, MP3s. You know, you're listening to compressed audio. Like, it's pointless having these very fancy headphones, and that's the kind of behavior I guess I'm getting at, is like doing stuff like that, you know. Blooming Cow says, I spend money on art supplies. It's been 3 years and I still use it. Awesome. You know, that's a good way of looking at it. I remember when I got my treadmill. I think this was the first time I did this in my head. But I got a treadmill, right? Home treadmill. I got a home gym. And it cost a fair bit of money. But the first time I used it, I was like, this session right now costs me this much money. And then the second session, it cost me half the amount. And I kept that number in my head for a while, and then it wasn't too long until it was like, okay, now, you know, like I use the treadmill every single day, unless it's summer. If it's summer, I might go days without using it because I'll just go for a walk outside. But I use my treadmill for walking and running, and just getting that exercise in. And I consider it a really good investment because now, when I use it every day, I've been using it for so long, it's like I can imagine taking a penny out of my pocket, right? But imagine, let's say that wasn't a really well thought out decision. You know, I'm just an impulsive buyer. I saw that there was a sale on. I brought this treadmill. I thought, yeah, I'll get in shape, and then I didn't really ever do that. You know, I get on it one day, and it might cost you £100 because you only used it a bunch of times, right? Go away. So I do that with like I got home gym equipment and stuff, and it's the same thing. I have this like, I start off with this number in my head, and then I use it every day, and like every day it like the number goes down because that's how much it costs to use it on that day. And so then I know, oh, this thing has been really worth it over time, because now it's like, you know, your dumbbells cost you like pennies to pick up. So then, what about the stuff that doesn't fall into that? I mean, it's hard for me to think off the top of my head, but you know, I don't eat a lot of bread, and I do have a toaster. It's just in a cupboard, but it was like given to me. But if I'd have brought a toaster, I've used like a toaster once or twice a year tops. So like that would be like an inefficient thing for me to have, right? Like that would be a waste of my money. I like, toaster is not a great example, but do you know what I mean? Because I don't do this very often, I find it hard to come up with an example, but yeah, like I said, my friend with the fancy headphones, that was like a complete waste. And they just brought it impulsively because, you know, they got their paycheck and they went out and spent it. That's what they did every time they got paid. Anyway. So all of this stuff like takes like self-reflection, and you having to figure out yourself. I can't give you an answer for like what's actually valuable to you, and some of you will have like interests that are maybe more expensive. Like if you really love cars and you get an immense amount of value out of it, it might cost you a lot of money for that to be your hobby, right? So sometimes it's like that, but by taking the time to reflect and look inwards and figure this stuff out, you're potentially gonna notice those blind spots where it's like, hey, I don't really need that. Like, I could save a lot of money if I didn't do this thing over here. I like it, but it's not like essential. I like this other stuff more. And this is all about taking control and making your own decisions and stuff, right? I live in the city and I walk to work, so I sold my car, says Merchant of Chaos. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. I really think I drive my car so little, I should maybe make that same decision. But it just feels so essential to have a car that feels like on the occasions that I really need it, I'm glad it's there. But I'd love to not have one, honestly. Cycling for me, currently looking into planning a world cycling tour, going to cost me 25 to 30k. Wow. That's surprisingly high, because I'd imagine, wouldn't you cycle most places? Like if you go to Europe, you can cycle around the borders, right? Like where's that cost coming from? I'm speaking from a place of ignorance because I've never done such thing. But I guess maybe some places you have to get on a plane, right? And then you've got to pay for your bike to come with you. I mean, if you're doing something like that, you probably have all the answers here. You know, like where you're going and why. I think where I'm at with my level of ability with cycling, it would be like, it wouldn't make sense for me to go to loads of different countries. It would be like, go to the Netherlands and like cycle maybe from there into Germany or then out to France or something. But like, I'm not going to go much further than that. You know? I'm not even sure if I'm good enough to do like a full day of cycling or what. I love cycling. Did a lot of it to get in shape in the past, but when it's winter, I don't do much at all. What we don't realise in the UK is that our food prices are actually low compared to the rest of the world. Well, food prices are kind of all over the place in lots of different parts of the world, and even in the UK it fluctuates a lot. But the thing is, inflation means that prices always go up, you know. This is another reason why saving and investing is important, is because society is kind of set up to have a low level of inflation, right? Now, what inflation means is that if you, let's say you have £100 and you can buy a bunch of stuff with it today, 10 years from now, you will probably be able to buy less with it. Now, you can put all sorts of caveats on that, like technology improves and manufacturing processes and shipping and trade sometimes means that actually you get more bang for your buck. So, one way you can look at that is like, what could you buy in the 1950s with £100? £100 was a ton of money back then. But could you buy a PlayStation 5? Well, you can't buy... a PlayStation 5 costs more than £100, right? But you get my point. It's like... These things add up in all sorts of different ways. But, point being... inflation will happen. They try and aim for about 2%. Because if you don't have inflation, people aren't as encouraged to spend their money. And here's me talking about, like, save your money, don't spend it. But this is how it all works, right? So if people don't spend their money, economies slow down. And that means that, like, there's less jobs, less opportunities, less activity. And you go into a recession, people lose jobs and stuff. Now, by the way, I'm not advocating and saying this is great. Oh, this is brilliant, this whole inflation thing. I'm just saying this is how it works. So if you start saving money and, you know, put them in your bank with an interest rate or take out a bond or something, like, you are growing that money for the future. And you might not grow it faster than inflation. But the point being is that the future is unknown. And in the future, you will need money to buy a home. You will need money for all sorts of things. And like, if you spend today just what you need, if you get by with what you need and you can put something aside for tomorrow, it will help you achieve some bigger things, hopefully. Deflation will shine one day, says Badrianar. Deflation would be potentially like catastrophic under the current system, because if everything started deflating, people would stop spending money because they would expect to get more value out of their money the next day. So deflation could really like hurt economic activity and cause a depression. I know it sounds like backwards and crazy. You're like, oh, things are getting cheaper. That's great, but like this is unfortunately the psychology that we have that influences these things. Japan has been at zero inflation for a decade or two. Yeah, they have a very peculiar economy, don't they? They call it stagflation or whatever. Like, everything's just sort of stagnated at the same level for a long time. I don't know if that's good or bad. I haven't really looked into that too closely. New Zealand currently dying in a recession and high inflation. Yet, that can happen too. Is this resin for decor? I hope not. I hope it's not for decor. I mean, baked beans are just the new building block, right? building block? What am I talking about? They're the new scaffold. And we don't want to leave any of it behind. It is actually really nice, just the ability to punch it and get rid of it. It's quite good. Ow. I'm collecting it. Not that I need to, but I'm collecting it, okay? I can let most of it despawn, but I want to collect it. Did we ever turn off the light level? I think I said I was gonna do that. Yo, we got a noise in the ear 6 minutes ago. God, I'm so useless when we... Well, I didn't get a noise in the ear. That's the problem, right? I am the Dog Tour. Thank you for the Prime. 30 months right there. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Thank you for the support, my dude. Thank you. Oh, inventory full. Inventory full. I'm just gonna let the rest despawn, I think. Let's step back and look at our work. Yeah, so now all of this over here properly connected. Very good. And then all of that over there properly connected. So now like this space is like the rest of the Loglands project. Fawn Everglades, thank you for the Prime subscription. Appreciate ya. Thank you for supporting me. Thanks for the subscription. Also, I like the name Everglade. Is that Hunger Games? Is that her surname in Hunger Games? I got a weird feeling it is. Or something that sounds like that. I like this riff. Right, inventory nice and clean. What are we going to do next? I can't help but feel it's Everdeen. It's Everdeen, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Everdeen, well done. Right, I think I'm gonna stand up now. By the way, I did have a thought that we might do a mural today, but I wasn't that inspired. I thought we need to do another one. Maybe I should do something quite simple. And I kind of thought for my one, I might just do me holding a couple of swords and then put like drowns on the end of the swords, right? Or maybe like I'm slicing their head off or something. It's pretty graphic, but it'd be fun. But then I thought, is there a better way to tell the story of that mob farm? You know, the copper one. So maybe we won't. Like, I know I got to get back in the rhythm of getting over there, but not quite sure when. How do y'all feel about this bit right here? Does it, in terms of a transition, does it look good? I think it looks sort of okay-ish, basically. And then there's that question of, can you get it to like line up and look good? Based on how much space is here, I see us building up a bit of a wall. Then on this side, we want to have like a window. The thing is, the window... Actually, I think it being here is absolutely fine. You can just easily look there. I was a bit worried it would be more like through the corner, but no. So this side's going to be dedicated to having a window. So what we'll probably do is create something here that's separate from this side. And then it's going to like merge with all of this somehow. So I reckon that part of the structure can continue to go up. But it might end up being like a bit of a relic of this. So we like put in a different pattern around this side. That redstone is going to get moved, I think. I was looking at it. I think I can put it on the other side, but I'll do that on a different day. So if we can come up with a wall and then a window, and then we can find a top for it, we'll put the silo on the top. Now as for this wall, it goes really close to this, which I'm not too keen on. I think I might fill the backside in with some different blocks, is the way to do it. So we've done trapdoors here. We could go back to using like terracotta or something. We can kind of do whatever we want, and I don't think there's like any artistic decisions here that are going to be amazing. It's like there's so much stuff going on. We're just adding to it, right? So we need a material that goes with packed mud, and I need to find packed mud. And Etta says, "I think it looks awesome." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is the Hermitcraft season coming to an end? Not at all. Not at all. We've only really just got to like the midway point of the season, right? And there's still loads of like mega projects going on and stuff. Pale. I do want to do something with pale wood at some point. That reminds me. That reminds me. Okay, chat. I need you. I need you. I need you. Check this out. Check this out. We're going to have to turn off the light level stuff. Check this out. Where are we going? Here. Can someone explain... Oh, I bet it's because it's in a minecart, right? I had a little bit of a theory as to why this might not be working. Now I've had another theory. Hang on a second. So is this the moment we all go quiet again? Says Decana Heaven. If you don't got an answer, then no need to say anything. But like, what is going on here? I had a theory. Then I thought it might have been the minecart. So we'll check the theory. I have this theory, right? Do mob griefing? No. It should be true. So it's not that. It's not related to the game rule. Maybe it needs to be aggro. Oh, that I had not thought of. Interesting. Dude is looking at me. He's mean. It could also be aggro and not in a minecart. They need to they destroy leaves when charging. Okay, I don't know what charging is, but is that like charging up for an attack? I am quite unversed on the mechanics of these mobs. Whoa! Now you do it! What's up with that, homie? This might be the death of me, peeps. Can you see me? Ah! That was so loud! That was so loud! Oh my god! So they need to like charge up an attack or like target the player. And I'm guessing maybe they can't even do that when they're in the minecart. Well, maybe they don't need to be in a minecart. What if we grow trees with Ravagers in like fixed positions? So, what's another way to hold a Ravager in a spot? It's kind of like, you kind of have to manipulate its surroundings. Actually, no, you wouldn't use logs. Fences, chains, glass panes. I guess what we want is a hitbox thing here. So if you got a do you know, I don't like dealing with mobs in this way. I never do a lot of like gathering mobs in this game. Yeah, so you're like there, and then look at that. Oh yeah, no, on that side. So if I just the minimum we probably need is like that, I reckon, unless it can go through those corners. But that guy might never... See, it could be because I haven't nudged it in. It kind of looks like its hitbox is actually bigger anyway. Let's do that. What about fences? I mean, I'm thinking probably fence posts. Fences have a bigger hitbox, so not that. Now I'm thinking Like, you probably want this. There's probably like some really optimal combination of blocks, but we don't even know exactly where we want it to be right now. I'm just sort of thinking, there's the Ravager, right? Your leaves grow around this thing. And potentially grows... Oh, wow, you did it without me going into survival. Right. But it's probably pathfinding somewhere. Okay, yeah, so it pathfinds somewhere, and then it breaks the leaves. So if its pathfinding is active, and we've got a bunch of these, like, in little chambers up here, it might be that we're able to pop off the saplings and stuff. But then this design here, I think, becomes a little troublesome because... First of all, it kind of looks like it could go higher based on the growth of these trees. And then, like, the saplings are going to fall on the... You could use a laze. A laze could pick up saplings. Oh my god, that'd be such a cool way to do this. Can they be leaded? Oh. I don't think so. Leashed is the term. Leaded. No, they can't. There might be something to this. I really want this idea to work. Should we just like switch gears for a minute and go with the redstone? Y'all good with that? Like, let's take this idea a little bit further right now. We'll get rid of all of this stuff for the time being. Let's just upgrade what we've currently got so it's a bit more suited for what we want to do. So the redstone here is going to go into that space. I think I can probably be... No, if I'm lower, it might make placing the saplings difficult. I'm currently doing this with pistons, but maybe you just wiggle back and forth and it's good enough. We'll have to test that. Okay, so like that's powered down here. That just wiggles back and forth. Let's hope that that does the job. So now what we're going to do is take a bunch of this. Let's go stand here. Oh no, I can't. Could if I weren't flying. Let's go up to the top. Copy that. What we want to do is like mirror it, I think. And then you need to mirror it in an axis, so like north. No. I'm sure it's called mirror. Or flip. North. Let's find out. Let's find out. Well, seems that that was correct. Okay, so we've got that thing going back and forth. That's still there. The only thing now is like the way this thing gets updated. We're doing it from this side. And we want both of these things to kind of activate at the same time. It's possible that I could have this just a little lower. Send the redstone to the back. I'll figure out the optimal way to do that later on, I think. But that is pretty much going to be your spot to power it from now. Okay, let's get rid of that. Just add like a ticker delay. Then it all gets powered at once, I think. Yeah, okay. So in theory, that should work. Kind of didn't though, did it? What's it do? I'm struggling to think about what it's doing here. What? Okay, so like second one, it goes. Yeah, we're supposed to end up with like a full bunch of blocks here. Maybe if we just grow the tree, it'll be easier to see what's going on now. Does he read YouTube chats? Is not good, Bridger. No, I never read YouTube chat. Is this thing on? It will be now. Oh, interesting. This thing wasn't set up right. Yes, it's only pushed it forward by 1. It's all a little bit too fast. Let's go tick rate. Is it rate or I think it's rate. Let's like put it down to 5. So 1, 2. It kind of looks like it works, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, that thing only went out 1 block, so there's something wrong. And I can't think of where or why, but maybe the way we wired it up here. Maybe it doesn't reach all the way across on that side. Okay, that's probably a good theory. Why don't I have my redstone... Wait. Does it have to be lit for me to see the redstone levels? Yeah, it does. Okay, so like... It reaches everything. But I think where it was before, it wasn't reaching everything. So, we're going to go temporary, just to get this thing going. We'll do it like that, and then that might fix it. See, look, it's been pushed out all the way at the moment. Where's my dark oak sapling gone? Oh, the bulb hadn't reset. Oh, what is going on with this thing? I can't figure it out, man. That should activate the whole thing. I tell you what, I could see. Oh, I'm being an idiot. Of course, right, okay. Now, when we go around to this side, if it's done its job... You see, it's not doing its job correctly. I don't get that bit. Oh, don't tell me this. Okay. There's always something. There's always something over and over again when you do redstone contraptions. It all seems so simple, and then it's like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It does kind of look... Oh, I was going to say, like, we're consistently growing at this height, but actually, that's the height of the piston pushers. So I think these trees might grow a little higher. Okay. Let's put that on always active. Right, now we might have a bit more success. Grow a tree. That's fine. We still don't have blocks back here working in our favor. Whoops. We're like, I think we're also kind of like out of sync, which doesn't help. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and put blocks there. And then we're not in the right position, so do that. Right, now the thing is set up. Still not working properly. I don't get it. Why is the piston pusher not doing what it's supposed to do? Is it possibly due to the observers using a fast pulse? We get 4 ticks out of it. 4 ticks is supposed to be enough, right? You're using a simple double piston extender, but if you need one that also retracts its blocks, is Cybot. This does retract its block. It's something to do with it getting powered. Like, if I go ahead and... let's just get rid of that for a second. Grow another tree, so we've got solid blocks here. If I power this with a lever, right, it pushes all the way out, and it pulls all the way back in. Do that again. Now, it was doing that when I had it only operating on one side from a 4-tick pulse. Since I've made it go on 2 sides, it doesn't want to do that anymore. Now, 4-tick pulse will run through the 1-tick repeater, so... The only other thing I can think of is maybe somehow that wasn't correct. It's like, what if we did something like that? Make it 6 ticks? See what happens there. We can worry about compacting it all later. Oh yeah, nothing will happen. Let's get a bulb. Let's get a block. Now it did that, but now this thing is behaving differently, and that might be difficult to fix that. So we'll put that there. Let's try it again. I'm noticing there's logs on the side here that could be harvested too. Right, but what state did it leave that in? Okay, so there's another problem to be solved. Is that now that it's working properly, this thing gets free updates, which is going to be awkward. Anyway, that's progress. That's progress at least. We've got a sapling up here. We've got one. The LA would pick that up, drop it off to us. We might want to make this thing higher. It's just another consideration. And if we do, it might also mean that the leaves then end up growing higher. But let's say, right, we basically want to grow this with a Ravager in place. So let's get some trapdoors. And then let's like pick a spot. So maybe on the corner is a good place to start. Height might be a thing here. Like you might want it resting on a slab so it can hit multiple blocks of its hitbox, right? So Ravager there knocks out all of these blocks. Doesn't feel like enough. I'm going to put it 1 block further in. This might stop the tree from growing, by the way. We're just experimenting. We want that. Okay. So your Ravager could sit here. And if I'm in survival down here, hopefully it would see me or something. Not that it is right now. This might not work, by the way. Oh, haha. The blocks that we just placed probably aren't going to let the tree grow now as well. There's a way to test that. So, like, let's see, is it the slab? Well, that's what we want. That's what we want from the Ravager. But we want the trees to grow as well. Then it grew. Interesting. Might it be possible to contain... don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I'm gonna let you do your thing for a minute. Let me just build a wall here. Hang on. Having some free roaming Ravager might not be a bad thing up here. Huh. Like, it might be we only need a handful of blocks to sort of keep it around where the dark oak tree grows. That would be really bizarre. Let's see if we can sort of square this on the center here. That looks like the 4 blocks. Yeah, that's it right there. So they're the original 4. Then we're gonna... In fact, I'll reset you. So we've got 1 there, 2, 3. So let's see if we can grow things with a wall around the outside like that. 1, 2, and there's your 3, right? Because if these blocks don't like affect the growing, and we can find a way to keep the Ravager on the inside, might be something to that, you know? Right, let's get back down here. Would be nice if this thing were working about now, wouldn't it? Why not flying machines? If you want to try it, be my guest. So the LAs would be swooping in and picking up these saplings. Oh, look, you found a way out. That's not good. I mean, this right here could be a lot higher. So, like, if it doesn't mess with the growing, we can do that. Now, the next thing is, like, what happens when the Ravager comes down to this level here? Can we put in a block, like, there and still have the thing grow? Because if it can't escape from this spot, then effectively, right now, you could say the Ravager can't escape. So I think that would be there as well. It looks like it would be crawling around on the redstone a bit. Possibly a need for a couple more blocks here as well, but we're just messing around. And another tree grows. Interesting. Okay. So then it's just about, like, we've got a Ravager here. Maybe we could have 3 or 4, but, like, we need them to, like, break leaves now. I could place logs there and it would still grow. My only thought with that was, what I thought was don't use logs because it will stop the leaves from decaying, but, like, all of this is here, so it's kind of pointless. I'm not so sure if we need the extra piston pushers. Look at that, that dude's going on a rampage. So, when I grow a tree, what state is that in? Yeah, did you hear the, oh! What if the Ravagers are in place first? Okay, you found an escape. Great. What if they're, like, in this spot first? And, like, you could use the logs here. Okay, so Ravager is here. It's going to need room to maneuver. We're only pushing up to that height there, so could possibly have it 1 block lower. And we like the idea of having a slab. I don't know if you can get away with putting a wooden slab here, but you can get away with having a log. We're not going to remove that log, so that's okay. So at this level here, if I put a couple extra blocks in, just to keep the Ravager here, I think that's the way we want to look at it. So if our Ravager is always there, let's get rid of some of these other ones. Might need to stack them up a bit. Like, might need 8 Ravagers or something. So like then another one at this level. This is getting weird. Also, how do Allays get along with Ravagers? Do they even get along? Hey, I wasn't ready. Now, did it break any new bushes? Did anything pop out? Not sure. Ravager boat and pole. It looks like that, doesn't it? It looks like that. Is that going to share that one there? I don't think it quite does. But yeah, we have that one there. Yeah, you can walk straight out. I know. It's because I did it all wrong, I think. That's 1 block too high. That's why. So your spot's there. And then this thing didn't get activated. We need a button over here somewhere. Just so we can set it off manually or something. That's pretty good. It seems like the increased length of the button might mean... Oh no, wait, it wouldn't... No, ignore... actually... Wait. This bulb would... Yeah, it gets activated by the block going in front of it. Of course it does. Anyway. I didn't hear any popping of leaves. Look at this guy. You've got leaves inside of you. Okay. Okay, right, I'm going to stand down here. Like, someone pathfind to me and break some leaves already. And then the allays will pick up. This is such a good idea. There's nothing wrong with this. Maybe a villager on a cart to get them to move. Yeah, that's a good idea, G-Stuff. That is a good idea. It doesn't have to be me, right? And they need a line of sight. So, like, out here... Dude, this villager's going to hate its life. This is not a happy villager. Let's get a minecart. Let's get a villager in it. God, these guys sound unhappy. I think there's something to this idea. Like, it's early stages, but I can see this working. Just got to figure out these quirks. So they're not moving yet. But it strikes... Hey! Someone moved. It strikes me that this, the Ravager position, if it were one block lower, would hit the leaves at this level here. And it kind of looks like at this level, this guy's too high. One block lower is where these leaves have grown. So yeah, it feels like there's a lot of potential here. Iron Golem easier. Iron Golem might also be a good shout as a mob they target. The next thing, I guess, is the allay, right? So we need to get an allay with a dark sapling. Dark oak sapling. Okay, where are those? Just in my inventory? Then we need like a note block nearby, I guess. With some redstone. Oh, that's going to be so annoying. Whoops. Oh yeah, we got it. Put a Steve head on it. Okay. So now we need an allay with a dark oak sapling. I've given you one. Look. There's one right there. Very good, very good. Let's get more. So what happens if they're like right where the Ravagers are? Now what are you going to do, buddy? It kind of looks like it ain't even taking damage. Plus, it might nudge them about a little bit and help them break leaves. There's something to this. There is something to this whole thing. Another thing to test is, like, what happens if you use the pale ones? Because there's all these other blocks. Like, if we're going to have them standing on logs, like, is it any type of log, or does it need to be the same tree type? And then I think I've got to go press the button manually at this point. Dude, it was just like, yeah, let's go with that one then. Oh, I think we got it. I think we got an idea here. Look at that. It just cleared out, like, the area around it. I think the alignment looks good too. I reckon this is a solid idea, people. Solid idea. What about, let's say, that's the tallest it ever grows. So we also put in, like, a log. I think I'm going to have to off-center it a bit. Maybe. I mean, does the Ravager fit in a 2x2? No, it's definitely bigger than that. Anyway, for now, I'm just going to pretend there's a roof up here. Yeah, so now it's decided leaves. So like having one in the center, and when it moves, it breaks those ones. But that guy's going for it again. They're a little bit bigger than... Like, I don't think you can have a full block there, but if that could be a slab... That's something else we wanted to test. What about using a wooden slab? Having you there. Did it grow? It did, and then I got to do that. It looks like the slab is an improvement too. Oh, we got something here. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. There is something to this. A bunch of Ravengers, like a Ravager cage around the top of it. Oh my god. This is cool. This is cool. Like, Loglands is gonna get another tree farm. Look at it. Look at it. Just got to stack a bunch of Ravagers in survival. Well, based on everything else that's here, that kind of seems like a fun opportunity. I don't think the rest of the tree farm is going to be too difficult to build. So once I figure out how this like Ravager cage up here works, we are like I guess what I'm saying is, in terms of like recording an episode, it's all going to be about the Ravager cage, right? Everything else, don't worry about it. That's easy. Oh, what happened to the villager? Did he get too close? That's interesting, yeah. The attack range. Let's try the Iron Golem. That was the other suggestion we got. I'll tell you what, we'll try that in a second, because I need to nip to the loo, peeps. So, I'm going to nip to the toilet. Have a listen to my music while I'm gone. When we'll come back, we'll get back on Hermitcraft. I think I'm done with the redstoning for now. But yeah, I'm just going to nip to the loo real quick. See you in a minute. I'm back, people. I went and got some water so I can hydrate. You know how it is. Gotta stay hydrated. Yo, Wiggly Fox, thank you ever so much for 59 months. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Alright, I think I was gonna do one more test, but we're gonna leave it here. Nope, that's... Oh wait, there is an Iron Golem egg now. Oh my god, so many things in this game to remember. What do I want to do here? Can they... I think they're not that tall, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Don't fall off, buddy. Yeah, there you go. I think the idea might have been to do that as well. But that worked. But does he see you? Have I done it all wrong? They've got to see each other, right? Also, they need leaves to break. That'd be handy. We never tested this as well. Not that it's a big deal. Yeah. I don't know. The other thing is, like, we kind of want the Ravagers to move quite consistently. I should talk to Tango about this. He probably knows a lot about Ravagers. This looks like it would work. There, look at that. There you go. Oh, keep holding down right click. I moved. Yeah, now it's not pushing out again. Anyway, I think that works, but you probably need very precise aiming. Wow. Right, I think we're done. We had a lot of fun doing some spontaneous redstone. Now we've got to get back on the server. Water column's a good idea. Toggle to rise and fall. That's an interesting one. That would move them about a little bit. I don't know if that means they would break stuff, though. Right, so we were trying to pick out, like, some different blocks just to put in this space. And I kind of like using this a lot every now and then. I feel like this could be a good spot to put it. It's 1, 2, 3. It's 5. It wouldn't fit there. It might not fit there either, actually. I don't know. I want to throw in, like, some sort of block we haven't used yet, or used in a while, right? I think the terracotta option is probably the best one up there. Let's do that. Right, I gotta go grab. Oh god, my ender chest. Yeah, my ender chest needs sorting out. Ah, look at it. Everywhere you go, chest monsters. It's awful. How do I live like this, people? If I break him in the order they go in, guess you're a little further along. That's dyes. Where have we got terracotta? Yeah, I got some terracotta there, so we can do this. Okay, and then I've had flowers out, I've had natural blocks out. That's the ender chest. Okay, mangrove woods. Do I want to use that? I don't think I do over there. Could do, though. No harm in taking it with us. Let's face it, all of this stuff has to get moved. Thank you. I could do with a little something to leave behind. Like that. Bam. We were never there. Spooky Dokie says we're on season 10. Oh, it is the same. So Alora says what season of Hermitcraft we were on. The last one I watched was season 6. Spooky says we're on season 10. Oh god, I've missed a lot. Yeah, you missed a lot. Season 6 was like 2019, right? It's like 6 years ago. Put you over here. Right, that's proper. This is how my organisation system works, peeps. It's chaos, but I understand it. Put that there, even though there's one right there. Okay. So we said we're going to try the terracotta thing. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Make room for this. So what we did before, I think, was like purple, magenta, and pink. Maybe this time we could try cyan. No, those won't work together. Yellow, orange, and red. Maybe even as far as brown might work. Start with yellow. Might be a bit much. No, that's not the way to do it. I think those three together will probably do it. So we'll have that like somewhere up there. Maybe some cha-cha fences could go in the mix. Gonna need packed mud. I did have all the packed mud put together in one of these, and now it's like, oh, which one is it? It can be awkward to tell at a glance as well which one it is. Depends on what kind of items are all jumbled up in there. Here you go, there's some packed mud. Might also want to pull out some, cha-cha items as well. Like fence posts. Oh, there's a red terracotta here. And regular terracotta, that can go back in there. There you go, packed mud. Oh god, it's awful, isn't it? It is awful. Just, this game. Do I have any... I don't have any mud. Oh my god, I think I need to go to the base and just get some packed mud. Hopefully I got some back there. I've only just joined. Did I miss something, says Darren Eagle? Yeah, you missed an hour and a half of the stream. If Tango knew how to control Ravagers, he wouldn't have to replace the ones who died in Decked Out. Not meant as hate, by the way. Like, I don't know. Oh, I think he knew what he was doing with Ravagers. I just think maybe them dying is unavoidable. I mean, Tango is a talented man, and he certainly got control of those Ravagers for his game. I wouldn't look at it like that. Oh my god, right, so if we want more packed muds, we need... I'm not sure my mud farm has been in use in a while. And I seem to be... I do have a stash. I was going to say, I seem to be tearing through these resources, but I do remember having tons of this stuff at one point, like boxes of it, so there you go. I mean, we gave Ren a bunch over here. Oh, it looks like it didn't actually... wait, was it used for this, or was it for that bit over there? I think we left it like here. But now there's another building here. Yeah, these trees are mighty fine. There's loads of them. Okay. I flew up into the sky so that we get over here. Yo, Audios87, thank you for 27 months, my dude. With the Amazon Prime. I missed you there, I apologise. I've been preoccupied with all of this stuff. Dude, it sounds like the LAs were singing a little melody then. They're singing a song. God, enough sound like they're singing a song. Right, that'll get us through the rest of this project, I hope. Let's take the mud with us. Gonna need it. Gonna need to eat as well. I end up not eating as much food in Loglands because the beacons, of which those ones weren't loading, they keep you your health up, right? So you're not constantly like regenning. Righty then. Okay, so our terracotta blocks would be recessed. This right here, kind of tempted to bring it out a block by having, let's see, one of these below it. So we'll do that. Then we're going to go red first. Now over here is where we're going to have our window and stuff, so I don't know quite how it ties into that. That's a good point, actually. I don't know. We'll just keep building and see where it goes. So, how does that look? Does look a bit, I don't know, when you see it from out here, plus having that nearby, it actually blends in pretty well, I think. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one trying to tie all these shapes together. For the tree farm design, having an entity like a chest minecart inside the Ravager's hitbox will keep the Ravager's AI constantly awake, allowing it to break leaves. Yo, that is a top tip right there. That is a top tip, if that's true. Wrong server. So, what was it? A chest minecart? So we're going to have that and that. Whoops! I mean, it said, like, I've got to, yeah. Oh, interesting. We nudged the minecart. Now it's on the leaf block. I'm not so sure that worked. Remove the rails. Wouldn't it? Oh, wouldn't that entity also need to be held in place? Is kind of what I'm thinking. Ah, that was a bit more like it. I think maybe when I nudge it, it's not the same thing. Like, just because it gets nudged into leaves doesn't mean it breaks it. Anyway, I'll come back to that another time. Mess around with that. Because that looks like it might be tricky. Because then you got to contain that thing too. Yeah, maybe what I can do is use something here to cut that slice a little short. I also need some bamboo blocks around there. This is another thing about building that's like quite annoying with this project, is that because you want to like jump around and get to the bit that in your mind's eye works, like you can see, oh yeah, I can work on that, I can do this over here. Oh, there's some hay. Okay. You end up then constantly going and looking for some other block. You're like, oh, now I need this. You go and get it, and you come back, and it's like, oh, now I'm going to go work on that bit. It's really quite tricky to work with. I think I'm just going to go grab some from the source. Having an axe here would be nice. Maybe more than one stack. Okay. Whew. So yeah, this is going to be here. That's kind of what I decided. This is going to go up. That redstone's going to be out of the way. Kind of don't need another one there. So that's that part of the building. Like, that will keep going up, higher and higher. And then this is going to move. This is going to get moved out of the way, the chain of hoppers, so they won't be there. And then I think I want our little viewing gallery here to sort of bulge out a little bit. So, if it's going to do that, think we're going to put some brown glass here that you'll be in this space. So if I make that go over here, all of a sudden this whole wall feels like it's in the wrong place. Grab all of that back. So then I would kind of look at this block here and its alignment with that over there. I reckon what we need is this to actually come out again. So about there. Put the wall block under it. That might be tricky. There it goes. Now that thing kind of lines up better with that. And this side. Interesting. I think the whole thing's gonna have the look that we're going for here with the glass, like you look out on all sides. So maybe I'll put something else here like that. Is there a middle here? 1, 2, 1, 2. I think there is. Whoops. Okay, so now we've kind of extended that. So yeah, that looks really good actually. I'm glad we did that. That feels right. Let's go get some brown glass and figure out how that's going to fit in. X, do you think the librarian trade rebalance comes with the update because of the cartographers? No, it wasn't. Let's get some brown dye. Maybe use some glass panes as well. Could be interesting. Also stretch our resources a bit. Gonna have to go make another trip just to get some glass, aren't I? The creator reset says I have a terrible attention span. Later listening to my teacher, now counting my hair strands since I did that one time. Gotta work on it. Gotta work on it. So the glass panes, they could have worked, but maybe not in the corner here. Nah, I don't think we will use glass panes then. So you can kind of get an idea what it's going to feel like, this little looking area. So I think for the player, they're going to basically be walking on here, unless we put like spruce trapdoors or something down. It's going to be about 3 blocks tall, and then we'll put a ceiling on the room, and I guess this will be a part of it. Then the question, like, how do you even get up here? I don't know. I don't know how you get up here. There's all this jangly redstone to look at. I don't know what the player's going to see, but they are going to come stand up here and activate that spawner and be able to look out. So let's go get some glass. Might actually have some down below. There might already be some here, you know. Probably not. Probably pinched it all. No, there's some here. Brilliant. We'll take it. No checking that TikTok person today, says Maddie. I'll open up TikTok. But it'll take a minute for it to catch up. Oh gosh, shouldn't need too much more than that. Right, so then that and that go back in here. I think we're done with all that extra terracotta. My Twitch chat is writing. Oh god, what do I do? Any idea what to use these spawners? Yeah, we're going to use them. We're going to use that one right there. Right, looks like... I don't know if the TikTok chat is... Okay, someone said wise words. I'm pretty sure that's from like over an hour ago. Yeah. So like when I open TikTok chat, it runs through the history of everything. So it'll take a minute for it to catch up, is basically what it looks like it's doing. It's really weird. And then it stopped. So if you're watching on TikTok, now is your opportunity to type something in the chat and have me read it. And if you go, oh my god, you're on TikTok, I am going to ignore you so hard. You're going to think, wait, that message didn't even get through. That's how hard I'm going to ignore you. Okay. I kind of like the idea of this thing continuously going up with that shape. So I reckon, let's go. I was about to do this with packed mud. I think we need to introduce another material. Oh my god, I got to go back to my chest because I'm trying to play the game. I think building in this game needs reworking. I think items should magically appear in your inventory. I really do. I think it's just, let's make it as easy as possible. I have an idea. I have to go get the items. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Let's take that with us. I'll be back here in a minute to try something else, won't I? Right, TikTok. Yeah. I've got less attention span than you have right now. No one's saying anything. I wonder if it's caught up yet. Guess what? It has. It's caught up. You've confirmed it for us. Oh my god. Why am I on TikTok? I don't know. Bleep bloop. It's like, have you checked Pearl's shop all over again? Oh, what was that meme? That was a meme, wasn't it? That was a thing. Actually, isn't that like one of the shorts or the TikToks that I've published? Don't type another message, Ashley. I didn't just answer your question. No. I reckon that with these things out front might work. So glad I'm able to see your streams again. Been a long while, says Sophie Freeman. Oh, I'm glad you are. By the way, I've never stopped streaming. I stream on Twitch. If ever I'm not allowed to multi-stream, I'll just continue streaming on Twitch. If ever they change the rules again, I'll be over there. So if you're watching on TikTok or on YouTube, I encourage you to come over here to Twitch and drop a follow, at least. This to me looks like it. Like, this feels like we are just rolling in the right direction. How close to the ceiling are we? Not that close. Oh my god, I forgot about the silo. The silo's got to fit in somewhere here. Dang it! That's gonna mess me up now. That is a nice start right there. That is going to work. Now we have to bring the silo over to here. It's one wide and we've got like 2 wide gaps. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put it in the middle of this slice here. So it will go in front of that block. Okay. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. I'm also thinking I want to make this slightly higher. Just have maybe not. Right, I'm gonna get some spruce trapdoors next. How do I get them? Fly through the gap over there, that's it. That's the way you do it. Because I can technically walk around this entire place on foot, but I'm just gonna fly a lot of the time. Ow! Right in the face. Right in the kisser. Let's go. Excuse me. Burps. The next message on chat is potato. Brilliant. TikTok talking about vegetables. Very exciting. And then Harry says, "Oh my God, X is on TikTok." That's it. I'm done. I'm closing. I'm just like that. You've lost your opportunity, TikTok. I'm closing you. You're done. I've had enough. I'm going to be getting your TCG card. Has your signature on it from a trade. Oh, cool, cool. I hope it's not like one. I hope it's not like a markup trade. That's something I don't like about TCG stuff. I don't want our signatures and signing of cards to become a scalping thing. That's just, I'm totally not cool with that. And in fact, I encourage y'all not to support scalping whatsoever. Any kind of like markup trading, not cool with. I wish there was an easy way for me to like get you a signed card to stop you from doing that, but just please don't support that kind of thing. I really don't like it. It's through the Creo Discord server. Okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah, this bit here I might come back and redo. Like, this is just what's in my head right now. Is like use trapdoors, and I'll tell you what, it ain't that interesting, right? But this is potentially the room. Maybe we chop this bit off. I don't know. There's got to be some sort of way to get to it, which is concerning because you're probably just going to end up walking through a jumble of redstone to get here. There's no paths higher up around here unless we build them. So there is that. You can get to this bit, and then maybe here. You know what? It's probably going to be like that, isn't it? You're probably going to come round here somewhere. So all right. Also, we've got a little gap, and I think I have a little bit of that to fill it in. Brilliant. Okay, so next challenge will be a redstone one. After I've gotten together all these building supplies, I'm like, no, redstone now. We want to go up here. Yeah, so probably want to send this a little bit higher. That's not going to be there, but I'll do that another time. And so we want to transmute all of that redstone over to this location. That's going to be tricky. Might go for some different blocks around the outside. I did have some granite on me earlier. Oh, I'm gonna have to go get some more building materials. Isn't it just the way it goes? It's funny, the grindy stuff that we did earlier in the stream was really quite productive because it was just a simple task, and now everything is just like, inventory management. Well, I'll keep these all together though, because they're all for the same little building project, so that makes sense. We'll take that with us. So now I'm talking about putting, I think granite would look good, polished granite. Probably need a little bit more than that. You know, granite anywhere. Oh, there we go. So polished granite is going to have the lamps. So we just need our redstone, really. I think it makes sense just to bring this with us now. But we're going to need the redstone supply. And lots of smooth. Maybe some repeaters. Or some smooth blocks. Should have a few of those left over. Probably quite a lot of them, actually. I think I might smelt a bunch more stone, actually. Oh, this is not fun. Let's go smelt a bunch more. Ah, missed! That's what I get for trying to read chat. Josh Will says there's a Xisuma stream on YouTube as well. I don't know. Go have a look at my YouTube channel. See if I'm live there as well. Right, here we go. Out they go. Okay, this is going to be interesting. And hopefully possible. Ugh. Right. I think I want to go 1 or 2 blocks higher anyway, so we'll start there. Oh, it's on that side. Maybe make it... Actually, yeah, let's go up 2 blocks to about here and bring it out. Yeah, I think it makes sense to give it a bit of a gap. So that's where it's going to start. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the top. pretty close. Oh, I don't have any. No, I do have torches. Bam. Pretty close to that up there. Pretty close. So that's where it's gonna sit. And you know what? I think I'll build up the thing that we're doing around it. Wait, did I put it? No, I did put it in the right bit. Okay. I'm going to build up all of this like packed mud stuff around it a little bit. And then there was birch, like stripped birch logs, right? Then I need a crafting bench. Get a bunch more of that. Let's take this back. I was watching Xisuma stream in YouTube before making my Twitch account in Chrome earlier. I have old Twitch accounts before this one. Oh, right. Let's do that. Do this. It's important that I put this in because it's also going to show me where I can and can't place redstone, right? Hopefully, I haven't restricted myself too much here. Yeah, I think we don't really need to go much higher than that, do we? For now. Let's put a torch here. Oh boy! Right, we got to... Not only do I need to bring them across... Oh my god, the redstone kind of needs to go up and down a little bit. This might be bad. It might almost be worth moving the whole... Oh my god, there's so much redstone here. It might be worth moving this mechanism directly behind that and just redirecting this water stream over there and then redirecting everything back. Ugh. What's easier? So with the redstone... I mean, that can go in a straight line. How can we get it to turn a corner and go over there? It's in a good position, at least. It does, however, it is, like, dominant from seeing on this side. Part of me's wondering if you could mirror it and put one on this side as well, but let's not go too crazy. I think I need to go into the redstone server again. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's get some smooth stone. Kind of forgotten how it was laid out. Queen Tail says I don't understand redstone. Time to learn. So we're powering a lamp. Not directly, we're powering it from here and then diagonal down one. Okay, so that makes sense to me. Probably makes sense to put the lamps in here too. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you power them like this. So they can be powered one at a time. No, that's wrong. So yeah, we put those on and then we put the blocks on. Kind of like that. That looks correct, right? That is indeed correct. Don't need that one there. Now, let's say our lamps aren't here. We're going to go put them like this. Then it's like, how do we actually get that signal over there? So running a redstone line means that block and this block have redstone on. Looks like a bit of a problem, but then you would chop that off. Can it turn a corner? I think the answer is yeah, it can turn a corner. And if it needs a repeater, then we put a repeater on it. This is actually not too difficult, right? It's a good thing we came and looked at it like this visually first. So then the next bit is there. And then that one's there. Same problem, but do that. Chop it off. That'll work all the way up and down. Now, I guess the next question is, can we turn a corner again? I think the answer is yes. It's actually pretty easy. The thing that's difficult is if it has to go up and down, which I think it does. So, turning corners and bringing the signal towards there is not a problem. Now, going down or up, that's probably where we run into an issue. So let's go just check if we need that. Yeah, we need to go up a couple of blocks, which might be easier. And if not, we can always push this up a couple of blocks and be like, it's not so bad. I mean, the top of it is close to up there, but yeah. Okay, as for that other idea about splitting this thing off, or maybe putting it on the corner, I think it's just, it is where it is, right? Like if you're over in this area, you can't quite see it. Or in this area, you can see it. That's just how it is. I mean, maybe the better place for it to have ended up would have been right here. If you're over here, you can maybe see it. It's a good point. I mean, I guess the line of sight is kind of cut off here. So, like, if you're there, you can just about see it. If it's here, it just means you can see it from there. So, not a big difference. Not a big difference. But yeah, it's almost like this. If you look at the way the packed mud would go, that is actually 3 wide, and it could technically go there. I think it might be better suited to going over here, actually. How am I switching worlds without exiting to the menu? I was exiting to the menu. Right? Don't know what you're talking about. I exited to the menu in order to switch to world. I think I'm going to keep it over here. Anyway, so the idea is that it goes down by 2. So in order for our redstone signal to come down, you can do that. But now you need a block here, and then you've blocked off that. If you used a repeater, you would power that on that side. Might be that you need to, like, separate them like this or something. Go down and then come back. We do need to go down by 2 blocks, I think it looked like. So if we start with just moving it down 2 blocks, we might get a little further. Let's just put that there. So that's the end result, right? So now we've gone down, but then we need to repeat that, and then that's going to block that off. So no, that's not the way to do it. So we might need to use like redstone torches. So that would go from there to there. So a redstone torch brings it down by 1 block. And we need to go down by 2. And we need to use 2 redstone torches. So if I'm not mistaken, you just need to do that somewhere in it. So you have a gap like that, and then you've moved it down 2 blocks. Huh. So it can be done. Can you pronounce my name however it will be the official pronunciation, says Vashakai. That's right, my friends. Vashakai. Official pronunciation. TBNR Woods, thank you so much for 20 months, my dude. Hey, hey. G's hype, derp. 20 months of derping. Thank you. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Right, we now know what we're doing. But I kind of don't want to start, actually. I'm like, it might be a good idea to get a bit more of this built up. Have a good plan, because we're going to be breaking a lot of stuff, and I kind of want to get it right. Let's fill in a little something over here, right? Actually, now that I look at it, it's like we probably want to mirror this a bit. I've got stairs on me. I can make some stairs. Whoops! That was silly. And then we're going to want loads of oak there. Going up, and then put some other material in here. That'll probably go all the way to the top. Yeah, actually, I think we've done really good today. It's just going to take a bit of thought to get further along. Where did I put the bamboo stuff? I want to grab that. Because this is going to come up higher too. Might not go all the way up, actually. I don't know. Like, how high should that keep extending? I think it probably needs a break somewhere around here. Anyway. Very productive though. Figured out some really good stuff for another wood farm. 2 wood farms, actually. Got this here done. And kind of got ready to move that over to here. What other wood types are there that we need to farm? Jungle? Right, we haven't done jungle. We haven't done a cha-cha. What else is there after that? So, like, dark oak. How do I get to the other wood types from here? Let's just flip over to a creative menu. Mangrove has been done, yep. So we've done... Okay, let's type in wood, I think. Oh, I guess you always get the strip ones as well. We've done the netherwoods. Cherry, that was it. I knew there was one. So, like, if we can get dark oak done, we're left with jungle and cherry and a cha-cha. And I feel like if I can figure out how to do... I feel like these two might be really similar. The jungle is obviously a totally different kettle of fish. Anyway, if you've figured it out yet or not, this is where I'm wrapping up my stream. It's been a good one. I'll be streaming again on Tuesday for our Tuesday Hermitcraft stream. Then potentially Friday and Saturday, because Saturday is the launch of the new Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Yeah, that's going to be it from me. Peeps, go check out the music. If you haven't done so already, Soulside Eclipse, that's the name of it. Available on Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, YouTube, all of them. I'm going to go look for someone to raid as I wrap up the stream here. Thank you for tuning in. And if you'd like to be a part of the raid, you've got to come over here to Twitch. We just go send you to a random Minecraft channel, basically. Right, let's get this raid going. That's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. See you again Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.